GCSE Results Day 2023. What a year it's been. I think after the A-level results came out, the grade boundaries were going to be monstrously high. Everyone who'd taken their GCSEs were practically shitting themselves. And I don't blame them for it, I was as well. I think one of my friends was predicted like all A stars at A-level, but got like AAB or AAC. And after that point, I was like, oh shit, Results Day is coming back. But Results Day is here, and I think it's one day after Results Day, so I already have my results, and I just want to speak about this on camera. I think this year's GCSE was the worst, or kind of the hardest GCSEs compared to all of the other ones, just because it's past pandemic and everyone's not in the right mood or the right frame of mind, and there's a sort of uncertainty in the air about how the exams were and how they're going to be. And honestly, I had a very tumultuous grade 9 GCSE English skills. I had a very tumultuous GCSE experience, and I just want to speak about it on camera. So, my predictions before I got my GCSE results were this. For maths, I reckoned I could have got a 9. I think the exam went pretty well, and honestly, maths is probably my strong point. For GCSE English, I think English language, in year 10, I was getting like 3s and 4s, and I really wasn't good at it. But in year 11, I like sort of built up, and I did some practice papers, and I thought I could pull a 7. English literature, however, I messed up. I messed up the first paper because I wrote like 2 or 3 paragraphs for the first Romeo and Juliet question, and you're meant to write more basically, but I wrote like half a page or like almost 1 page, and I didn't really think my analysis was that good. So I predicted myself, I think, a 6 before I got my results. GCSE biology, I thought I messed up the second paper, so I predicted myself an 8. GCSE chemistry, I reckon I got the 9. GCSE physics, again, I reckon I got the 9. GCSE geography, I think I got an 8, just because paper 3, I didn't really know what I was doing basically. But all in all, I think geography is kind of my strong point. I used Anki, I used past papers. If you don't know what Anki is a really, really good revision technique that like all these study YouTubers like Udoka Findelman and Ali Abdal use, and I tried that and it worked pretty well for me for GCSEs. So I'll make a video on that if you want to see it in the future. So yeah, I think biology, I thought I got a 8. Chemistry, I thought I got a 9. Physics, I thought I got a 9. Maths, I thought I got a 9. English literature, I thought I got a 6. English language, I thought I got a 7. What else? Computer science, oh my god. OCR computer science paper 2 was horrendous. I literally missed out like 2 questions. I was like, after that exam, I was like, oh my goodness, what have I done? Taking computer science, this paper was so bad. Honestly, like normal computer science paper 2 papers are kind of easy. Like I've been programming, my dad's a computer scientist. I think like programming's something that kind of runs in the family, and I didn't practice that much. But after computer science paper 2, there was some databases, there was some like Python iteration through databases in SQL. It was crazy. Paper 2 was absolutely monstrous. So for computer science, I predicted myself like a 6, just because I thought I banged out the first paper, but second paper I just didn't know what was going on there. I think also I took economics. Funny story, for paper 2 I forgot my calculator. So I thought I was a decent economics student, but for paper 2 I forgot my calculator, and it's a calculator paper. And you would say, oh okay, just ask the invigilator then. I did, and they gave me the worst calculator in like existence. It's like one of those shitty black ones that doesn't even work. Like I tried doing 2 + 2 and it came up with like 3, and the calculator was so bad, so I had to guess all the long answer calculation questions. And I was like, okay, if I fail economics, I don't really care, because economics is economics. Who cares about economics anyways? I was like, okay, if I get a 3, if I get a 4 in economics, I'm gassed. This is it. It's just my top 8 that I'm looking at. I just need a 9 and I think an 8 in physics to get into 6th form. So I was kind of like excited, sort of getting my results on results day, because like the subjects I wanted to get good in, I thought I got good in, and like the subjects I messed up, I don't really need to get good in. So I was mixed emotions on results day. Yeah, so those are my predictions. On results day, I'll tell you a funny story. I didn't sleep at all. I actually slept at 6 AM. I was up the entire night, I couldn't sleep. I was so tense. If people are watching this and they're like, oh, why are you worrying so much? Bro, you don't understand, fam. I'm Indian. You don't understand. I may get deported if I get bad GCSE results. I may get sent back to my home country. You don't understand. These GCSEs were important to me, and I actually put in the work. I use this thing called Anki, which is really, really good for like flashcards, and I banged that out, and I banged out past papers. So on results day, although I was terrified, I was kind of like, all right, I think I got pretty decent results, right? I thought I did pretty well, and I logged into my results online, and I was pleasantly surprised. I'll show you my results right now. So, for anyone wondering what I got, like grades-wise for GCSEs, I got geography. I was predicting myself an 8, and I got a 9. Honestly, geography is one of those subjects where you just have to like make up facts. That's what I did at least. As long as you waffle good and the facts are believable, you're gonna get good. So I think I got 193 marks, and I got a grade 9. Maths, I was predicting myself a 9, and I got a grade 9, so I'm pretty gassed about that. Biology, I got an 8. I got 4 marks, I think, off the grade boundary for a 9. Honestly, I'll take that. Like I'm friends with like people who get 9s in biology and like 9s in science, and they were like, oh, you should have got a 9, but I'll take an 8. An 8 is an A star anyway. Like, I'm not even taking biology for 6th form, so who cares, man. AQA GCSE chemistry, I got a 9. I predicted myself an 8, but I got a 9. The only reason I predicted myself an 8 and not a 9, and I changed my prediction actually, was because paper 1 was very, very tough. I think I got a few questions wrong in paper 1, just because like I had to use some quadratic formula to solve GCSE chemistry questions, and honestly, like paper 1, the calculations were too hard. Even maths wasn't as hard as chemistry paper 1 maths, basically. So I was kind of like, after the chemistry paper 1, I was like, yo, I'm so glad I'm not taking chemistry for A level. But I'm glad I got a 9. I got 170 marks, if anyone's wondering. Physics, I got a 9. Again, I wasn't really expecting that. I thought I got an 8, but a 9's good. I'll take it. I got 162 marks. I think it's out of 200. AQA English language, I got a 9 somehow. Bro, you don't understand. I never read books. Like, I'm not even good at English language. I did this like method that I'm gonna make a video on. It's such a simple method to do, and you're pretty much guaranteed a 9 in English language whenever you do this technique. I genuinely got like 4s in like year 10, but after I started using like a specific technique, I'll make a video on this. Again, if you look at the uploads 7 days from now, so I think it's on the 3rd of September, I'll make a full guide on how to get a 9 in English language. There's such a simple technique that I just don't think people are using that pretty much guarantees you a 9. And I'm so glad I got a 9 in English language. I was predicting myself a 7. Before like I started revising, I would have predicted myself like a pass. I genuinely thought I couldn't pass English language. Again, I got a distinction for my speech. I'll tell you how to get a distinction in your speech as well if you're doing English language GCSE. Just stay tuned for the video I'm going to release like a week from now. So look at the date, 3rd of September. I'm going to release a full guide on how to get a 9 in English language. English literature, somehow I managed to get a 9 with 136 marks. I don't know how I did that. Genuinely. Even in my mocks, I didn't get no. I think I got an 8 once, but like that's just because I like sweated out Anki. After I messed up paper 1, I genuinely didn't think I could get over a 7, but I'm pleasantly surprised. The Bismillah and Inshallah before the test worked. So yeah, English literature, bang out Anki. If you do need any advice, do bang out Anki. I'll probably make another video on how to get a 9 in English language later. For OCR economics, I got a 7, which is 108. I don't know how I got that. Like genuinely, I thought I was gonna pass economics. Like, economics is one of those subjects where there's literally no revision material online. It's all like in class, which I don't really like. I like going online, searching around for resources on how to revise for subjects, and economics was just one of those subjects that I just didn't know what to do. I think it was like 1 week before the exam. I still didn't know what the difference between micro and macro economics is. And if you don't take economics, it's basically like the 2 biggest concepts for economics. I just didn't know them. So I'm pleasantly surprised I got a 7. Again, I think I did make some mistakes during my revision process that I'll probably fine tune in A-level. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with a 7 in economics. OCR GCSE computer science, I got a 9 somehow. I don't know how I did that. Again, I think it's because I revised on Anki and did past papers. Again, if you hear me blurting out what Anki is constantly, it's basically this amazing flashcard app that I'll probably make a video on how you can use it, but genuinely this saved me my GCSEs. Genuinely, like, without Anki I would probably not even pass half of these. I did Anki and then past papers, and I got a 9 in computer science, even though I messed up the paper 2 so badly. So honestly, all in all, I'm gassed. Like, I got, I think, 7 9s, 1 8 and 1 7. I'm pretty gassed. Again, I knew some people got like straight 9s, but considering the fact that I did mess up like 3 or 4 of my exams completely, I'm pretty gassed with this result. Again, I'm going to make like full-length guides on how to get a 9 in maths or a 9 in English language. And if you're struggling with English language or maths, I genuinely recommend those videos to you, or will recommend those videos to you, because coming from someone who did like improve from a grade 4 to like a grade 9 in English language, I think my information on how to get a 9 in English language will be more useful than someone who, let's say, is a straight 9 student all throughout the board and has never got a beneath a 7. So stay tuned if you do want to watch my full-length guides on how to get a 9 in any of the other subjects. Honestly, all in all, I'm gassed. Another thing that people want to know is what I'm taking for A-levels. So I am doing A-levels. I think in the UK, you can either go to BTECs or A-levels. The difference is A-levels, universities like A-levels more. So the A-levels I'm taking are physics, maths, further maths, and computer science. These are literally the hardest A-levels you can take, and I'm taking 4 of them. Most people take 3. So A-level is going to be fun for me. I think I'm also going to something called a grammar sixth form, which is like a selective school. Mind me, I just came from the gym, that's why I look like this. But yeah, I'm going to a grammar sixth form, which is a selective sixth form, where only like a certain amount of people who get a certain amount of grades can go to. So I'm gassed for sixth form. Year 12 and 13, I'm taking the hardest 4 subjects. I'm gassed for that as well. Again, if you have done well in GCSEs, I congratulate you. If you haven't, it's fine. The grade boundaries this year were too high, I swear down. Like, A-levels, again, I feel sorry for some of my friends who messed up their A-levels just because of this year. I know it's unfair. I hope you guys keep on revising, keep on staying productive. If you want to see more videos on self-development, bodybuilding, how to revise, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and I'll see you there.